Okay, took a loss today. We're about to tap into the lower of the two 15-minute fair value gaps here. This, I mean, technically you can consider this a devil's mark maybe, but there's a tiny wick here on the 15. So we'll see if we tap into this lower 15-minute and if we get a potential setup from there. I am not. It's almost 11 a.m. We've pumped a lot already. For us to retrace back to here and then go back to high a day, it's possible, but I don't know how realistic that really is. Um, since market open, we pushed 200 points. I mean, I guess in this market, 200 points isn't that crazy. Um, being how just, yeah, it's NQ. It's not that crazy, but it did pump. And I got in, you could argue, at a premium of the range. And therefore, I took the L. Now, that being said, would I take this trade again? I fucking would. Um, does that mean that I can't learn something from this? No, that doesn't mean that. I'm going to mark this, I'm going to journal this after I go over this on video. And one of the tags I'm going to put for the journal is that we were in a premium. And if I see enough of those tags show up under the loss column of, you know, this this trade is tagged as premium, this trade's tagged as premium, and they're all losses, or they're less than 50% win rate, then I'm getting fucking rid of them. I won't enter on a premium anymore. But at the end of the day, when price is pumping, what I have found is it tends to only use the nearest fair value gap. So for instance, there was two 15-minute fair value gaps in this leg. If it really is truly going to pump, which I thought it was going to continue because we had inversed this 4-hour bearish candle. And what's next? Really, what's next after inversing this is this. I mean, that's the only thing that's left. We didn't have a 4-hour. We don't have a 4-hour yet. There is going to be an hourly fair value gap here now. That's formed, but we didn't have any of those yet. So, I mean, what was the next valid place for us to continue going? It was higher. Um, Obviously, we chose, since we were in a premium, we wanted to retrace a little bit further than my entry. That's fine. But then at the end of the day, like I said, a lot of times it'll choose just the first fair value gap in the leg and then go higher. If it's going to truly pump and not give us that deep of a retracement. Now it feels the need to give us a deeper retracement, and we took the loss. This was a 15-minute continuation trade. There's a 15-minute fair value gap here we tapped into, and then there was a 5-minute fair value gap, bearish fair value gap in this leg, albeit this was a pretty shitty leg going down here. I mean, if you look at the 1 minute, it's very shitty. I'll be honest, it was. But at the end of the day, there was a 5-minute that we inversed here. So I got in with a market order here. I got a much better fill on the second account. That's just the way she goes. Obviously, it does suck that I wasn't able to enter for a win on the second account yesterday. I was only able to enter on one account. And then today, of course, for the loss, I was able to enter on both. That's just how she goes. I don't know what else to say. I don't really concern myself with that. Like I said yesterday, I'm not concerning myself with that too much. It is what it is. But what I will say is it does suck when you can't win 2 days in a row because, or not even 2 days in a row, just two trades in a row. Um, it does suck. I'll be honest, because at the end of the day, I'm break even. I'm a break even fucking trader. So I'm used to this. I'm used to winning a trade and then losing the next one, losing a trade, winning the next one. You know, so it gets fucking irritating. I won't lie. Especially when a trade like this happens where it's like, yes, we were in a premium, but I would take this again. So it's like, fuck. There's nothing like I said, there is something to learn from this as far as like, okay, we can take out the fact that we were in a premium. So if I get enough data backing up that I shouldn't be entering off of a premium, then I won't in the future. But at the end of the day, I mean, my data, like I have to compile that and we'll see. But I'm pretty certain I've won plenty of trades that look just like this one when I backtest. But um, that's that. So we ended up taking the L. Um, High day was going to be break even, and we were just shooting for a 1-to-1. So really just a consequent encroachment of this 4-hour wick here. I mean, maybe a little bit higher, I don't know. Yeah, a little bit higher, but at the end of the day. Now we'll see what we do here. We tapped into this 15-minute. I don't think we're going to leave behind an unfilled 1 hour, so realistically this should be tapped into, and then from there we'll see if we can go higher. But yeah, I wouldn't want to have my stop loss where a 1 hour unfilled fair value gap is, so I wouldn't enter yet, even if it gave me an entry. But yeah, that was the trade. I'm gonna hide this just in case I do enter another trade. We'll see. I like the equal highs above. But yeah, that was the trade. That was the setup. Entered into a little bit of a premium. But again, my model was there. I would take this trade again. That's all I really have